with Abraham, that's a permanent covenant that the Jewish people, that are God's chosen people forever. And as long as we continue to do Torah and mitzvahs, He will always protect us. But even if we don't, He's still not going to wipe us out entirely, because not because we don't deserve it, but because He's going to have to keep His bargain that He made with Abraham.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 4, talking about the blessings. And according to Rashi, the blessings will be so inclusive that the rains will come at times when they will not inconvenience people, such as the evening of the Sabbath when people are not traveling.
True. And I've seen it. I was living in Eretz Yisrael. It's talking about in Israel. Mm-hmm. And I was living in Eretz Yisrael when, like, 4 weeks in a row it didn't rain during the week. But as soon as Shabbos hit, boom, the rains came. But the question I have on this is, what about the poor slob who goes to shul on Friday night and on his walk home... No, not the guy who goes to shul. The guy who goes to eat at somebody else's house. The singles, like us. Like, you go to somebody's house to eat, and you have like a big Suda, and they're telling all this Divrei Torah, and then everybody goes to bed, and then you have to walk out, and they're like, you don't have an umbrella or anything. They're like, oh, Levi's walking home. Whoa, well, fuck
You're not
him.
allowed to use an umbrella on Shabbat.
Right.
So, Leviticus chapter 26, verse 5.
Okay.
So, constant work is part of the blessing. According to the Stone Chumash, the Outscroll commentary on the Torah, prosperity will be so great that you will still be busy threshing your grain when the time comes to harvest your grapes. You will still be occupied with your vintage when the time comes to sow next year's grain. You'll have so many videos to upload that even when it's time for you to write your blog post, you'll still be editing and uploading your videos. And when you're done writing your blog post, you'll have more videos to produce, edit, upload, and title.
You're
so, like,
busy.
constant work is one of the blessings. So the verse stresses that constant activity is part of the blessing. When people are busy, they feel fulfilled and their health is better. So the verse says, you will eat your bread to satiety. They have neither the time nor the inclination to go abroad. So the verse says, you will dwell securely in your land. But when people are idle, they seek amusement and stimulation. They travel and lose the discipline of home, routine, and community. They start banging shiksas and looking at porn. This increases the dangers of sin and has ill effects even on physical well-being. This is from the famous Hamek Davar.
The thing is, though, you're not supposed to be idle, and work isn't the answer. The answer is you should be learning Torah that whole time. You should be so busy learning Torah. I would write it like this. You should be so busy learning Torah, right, that you don't have time to upload videos, and you don't have time to download porn, and you don't have time to update your blog, because you're learning so many Torahs. You're memorizing Tosfos, and you're memorizing Halacha, and you've been exposed now to some Shulchan Aruch, and Shmuel HaKatan tonight, and you want to review all this stuff. And you don't have time to do the work. But the work is going to come down so plentiful because God is going to give you so much money, right? That you're going to have to figure out how to use your 3 hours a day that the Rambam says you should work in to get all that stuff done. Because you're going to be so much stuff is going to be happening.
Not to mention my Alexander Technique practice. Okay, Leviticus chapter 26, verse 14. God says, but if you'll not listen to me, and you will not perform all of these commandments. And the Stone Chumash says, the admonition has begun with a chain reaction of sin. Chain reaction, like a nuclear bomb. Composed of 7 steps, each one leading to the next. You will A, not dedicate yourselves to Torah study. B, eventually stop performing the commandments. C, you are revolted by others who are loyal to the Torah. D, hate the sages who expound the ordinances. E, prevent others from being observant. F, deny that God gave the commandments. That's what happens if you don't engage in daily Torah study. Most Jews today don't care about these rituals in Leviticus.
If you didn't go on, you didn't continue, what happens next?
Bad things.
You end up at AA meetings.
Have at AA meetings. To the extent they do care, it's because they can link them to some ethical upshot. That these rituals have psychological, social, aesthetic, inspirational value, holiness value, God's directives for our lives are not limited only to the ethical but also the holy. So let's say you go to like a writing group, writing workshop, and like you meet this beautiful non-Jewish or Jewish actress, and like maybe you like study some writing together and one thing leads to another. Well, and you say, oh, she consented, I consented, what's unethical about this? But like Leviticus and God's Torah is not just about ethics. It's also about holiness and bringing the presence of God. God doesn't say, and you must keep my ethical commandments, and it's really good if you also keep the holiness rituals.
What is holiness?
Holiness is separation.
Separation from?
The animal, separation from the goyim, separation male from female, adults from children, Jews
separation
from
from the mundane. Anything that isn't a Torah thing is mundane, right? So there's nothing wrong with, let's say, banging a really good-looking actress at your writing workshop, right? What's bad about it is anyone can do it. It's not a Torah thing.
Yeah.
The Torah thing is to go into the writing workshop and not touch any women, not, engage in that tomfoolery, right? And go home and shave your beard.
Yeah, and like
and go on a shidduch.
Banging women, it just like leaves you feeling empty inside until you have to go to AA meetings to stop the pain. By contrast, the joy of living in accord with God's commandments is hard to describe, but the rabbi and I will try. It's this deep sense of inner peace and this yearning to help other people.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I wake up every morning and I say, oh, thank God I'm still alive. Yeah.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Modeh Ani.
Yeah, Modeh, I have a different nusach for Modeh Ani.
Uh-huh.
I just say, I wake up and I go, oh, damn it. That's my version.
It's so inspirational, Rabbi.
Yeah.
It's such a bracha.
Because
let's just get higher.
When I go to bed, my prayer is, my nighttime prayer
is, let me not wake up in the morning.
I would like to die in my sleep. It's an easy out. I won't feel any pain or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And that's it. And I'm out of here because I don't want to be here. And then I wake up in the morning and it's like, damn it. That's my daily prayers.
That's so beautiful, Rabbi. That's so inspirational. The little kiddies out there who are watching this show, they're going to get such a bracha from that.
I'm a straight shooter, lady. I don't sugarcoat this stuff.
I dig. So Leviticus chapter 27:10. This is the art scroll, the stone chumash, the commentary here. Mm-hmm. Although the commandments of the Torah are decrees, it is proper to meditate upon them and seek reasons. It's the art scroll. What can I do? It's the art scroll. It says this. I am but a humble follower of our Masorah. And the Masorah here that I'm reading, it says to meditate upon the mitzvot and to seek reasons for them. Am I very particular and exacting, and does everything have to be done my way?
Yeah,
I think we answered that one.
Yeah, we already got to that one.
So important, the little kiddies.
Oh, you want to end it here?
Unless you got something to
say. What's interesting? Last week's show went exactly to 10 to 9. And this week's show is also. That seems to be a good number for us. I think it was a good show. What do you guys think? Let us know. We like the feedback, It's scary when thousands of people are watching this every week and no one's letting us know what they think.
Right.
Like you're watching all the way to the end. We don't have clue what you think until, you've invested the time.
Right.
We've given you the laughs. We told you the Torah. We explained the Torah to you in depth. At least let us know what you thought of it. You know what I'm saying? Let us have some feedback, And again, $100 checks is really what we want. We don't need no feedback as long as the money's coming in. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Because me and you both made of money, man. That's all we care about.
Exactly. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Money and chicks. That's what we dig, man.
Money for nothing, chicks for free. Higher power. Let's get higher. Kids, so important that your 12 steps stay off the crack and that you stay in yeshiva.
And stay away from the shiksas.
Exactly. That'll just lead you down the garden path and it'll make Jesus cry.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next week. Oh, I want to say this before we go. Next week, I should have my laptop up and running.
In the House of Rabs.
In the House of Rabs. We're going to meet next week, God willing, in the House of Rabs with my brand new laptop that one of you viewers